What joke will your dad just not let go of? Pinch me and poke me went down to the lake. If pinch me drowned, who was safe? Kid says, poke me. Dad moves in for the tummy poke. Hope it works. We just found it in the parking lot when paying with a credit card at just about everywhere. Me, Dad, I just stubbed my toe on the coffee table. Dad, don't do that. It hurts. Me. You're my favorite son. I'm his only son. Anyone, I have a question. My dad. Always, does it involve a woodchuck? Every time I wear a ponytail. Dad, do you know what's under a pony's tail? Dad, can you make me breakfast? Abracadabra. Your breakfast. We're all grown and out of the house with kids of our own. I think my father's favorite thing about being a grandfather is being able to reuse these jokes. Whenever my dad and my husband are having a conversation and I walk into the room, my dad will loudly say, just make sure she never finds out. Then he will look at me and say, oh hi honey. When at a restaurant, server, how was everything? Dad, motioning at clear plate, terrible. You should take it back and have them make another. Everyone does a rolling eye laugh. Server brings the check. Dad, is this negotiable? Every damn time. My dad used to like to make fun of the music I liked as a preteen girl. He'd often change the lyrics to something really silly and embarrassing. Just a couple for example. He changed the Hannah Montana song Nobody's Perfect from Everybody Makes Mistakes to Everybody Likes Big Steaks. Another one was the song All These Things That I've Done by the Killers. He changed the bridge to I've got dough, but I'm not a donut. He still tells these jokes to me. I'm 23 years old. Every time at the cash register. Cashier, how are you doing? Dad, not as rich as I wanna be. Healthier than I should be. Dad here. I won't let go of the New Year's jokes. Happy New Year. Wow. I'm so tired. I haven't slept all year. The next morning. Everyone's probably very hungry. We haven't eaten all year. Time for a shower. Kids, you haven't bathed all year. Repeat until my wife and kids yell for me to stop. Then repeat 2 more times. What do you call a sleepwalking nun? A Roman Catholic. I've heard this joke 500 plus times, no question. It's been a meme for him to bring it up to me since before memes were a thing. $5 every time we ask for something. Can I have the TV? $5. What's for dinner? $5. Furiously scribbling jokes for use on future children. My dad has one he's held on to since he was a kid. There was a book he and his brothers borrowed from the library called Brian and the Long Scarf, and one of his brothers was named Brian. So he goes, Brian, and Brian says what? And my dad goes, and the long scarf. Don't interrupt. Now decades later he tries to pull it on my brother and I, only with our names. Even though it doesn't make sense, because neither of us is named Brian. Dad, did you get a haircut? No, I got them all cut. Whenever I told my dad I was hungry, he never failed to respond with hi hungry. He loved saying that lol. How many beans are in a can of beans? 239. If there were one more it would be too farty. I've heard this joke over 100 times. The scene in Wedding Crashers, where Will Ferrell is yelling at his mom to bring the meatloaf. When my mom is cooking, he'll sit in the living room and yell MAAA, the meatloaf, between laughs. He often works himself up to tears because he's laughing so hard at himself. If anyone says I'm hungry, he goes hi, I'm Cliff. Drop over sometime. My mom confirms he's done this since before he was a dad. Also, every time he calls me ever since I've had my own phone/cell phone, he always breathes heavily and goes I'm your father when I pick up. If it takes 3 men to dig 3 holes in 3 days, how many days does it take 3 men to dig half a hole? There is no answer, because any hole is a hole. I can't count how many times he has told this joke. Every cemetery we passed, oh man, people are just dying to get in there. Yep, heard that all the damn time as a kid. He would then follow up with the did you know that people who live in this town can't be buried in there? Yeah, they don't bury live people. If anyone ever offers my dad a beer anywhere, he would say something along the lines of thanks, that's my favorite kind of beer. The host or whoever would say, "Oh Budweiser /IPA lager or whatever is your favorite?" He'd respond, "No, my favorite is free beer." Whenever we talk about hearing problems he goes like huh, in an overly exaggerated voice. Edit. Thank you to the people who shared their own experiences with this dad joke. It can get annoying real quick. But an article that my dad read a couple weeks ago said that dad jokes are used by dads to get closer to their kids. Also thank you to the kind person who gave me a silver. I hope that their day is as amazing as they have made mine. The Danish crown prince recently celebrated his 50th birthday. There was of course a bunch of speeches, but the one from his wife was the best. At one point she tells everyone, considering the entire Danish press corps was present, that whenever they're at a restaurant out of the country the waiter will always end up asking, "Are you finished?" And without fail, every single time, the heir to our throne will lean back, grin, and say, No, I'm Danish." Is that felt? Touches fabric. Now it is. Are you cold? Go in the corner. It's 90 degrees. Dad, where is literally anything that is missing? It was delicious. Last Christmas we bought a fake Christmas tree, and the guy behind the counter said, "Are you going to put it up yourself?" My dad said, "Don't be disgusting. I'm going to put it in the living room." While doing my math homework as a kid, "Dad, hey, did you hear about the constipated mathematician?" Me, no. "Dad, he worked it out with a pencil. Took a while to finish my homework that night." One time he ordered pizza with a side of cheese bread that came with marinara sauce. He was like, "I'm eating pizza with a side of pizza." We all laughed, but it was 4 years ago, and he brings it up every goddamn time. Dad opens driver side car door while engine is still running. Bell stings. Dad reading aloud the let up warning, door is ajar. Dad turns to everyone with a goofy smile, door is not ajar. Door is a door. I swear I must have lived that exact scene over 1,000 times, and I guarantee I will be doing it with my kids. Edit. Thanks Silverman. Whenever I ask him who somebody is, literally every time for my 32 years on this earth, me, who's Jeff Smith? Dad, oh, he's one of Mrs. Smith's little boys. Every goddamn time for 30 plus years with no signs of stopping. Oh, God, whenever we were on a road trip, whenever we asked how long it was until we reached our destination, the answer was 3/4 of an hour. I hated it. My dad pulling his eyes back, making the stereotypical Chinese eyes, and saying rice again. When my mom makes rice every night for dinner. We are Asian. Note, wow. Thank you whoever gave me gold. I'm happy to know that my dad's sense of humor can touch so many people. I can't wait to tell him. Do you have holes in your socks? No. Then how do you put them on? I knew it was a lost cause when my then 6-year-old son asked our cashier this at the grocery store. 1. Is everything alright? No. It's half left. 2. So, I was thinking. Yeah. I thought I smelled smoke. What kind of bees make milk? Boobies. This is how he introduces himself to any girl I bring home. Edit. Thank you for the gold. Every time I ask him where one of my brothers is he responds, "Oh ship, I forgot him," and won't tell me where they actually are. Every single time.